All right. Hi, we're live. All right. Let me make sure we're live over here on Instagram and Facebook. Here's Instagram. We are live on Instagram. Let's get us live on Facebook. All right. Yes, I am back. I am back doing what I said I was going to do. And what was that I said I was going to do? That I am going to be going live every day until we get all 8 of these internship positions filled, which is October 20th. By October 20th, I expect to have all 8 of these internship positions fully funded. I hope that you guys will stretch out your faith with me, stretch out your donations with me, stretch out just your prayers with me as I am moving forward with this vision and this calling that is on my life, what I feel called to do. And apparently, this thing that I've been called to do is unlike many things that are out there right now. And so, with that, it has its wonderful challenges that um, means that I need to talk about it more. I need to keep telling people about it because um, more and more people need to have this opportunity, right? And as I continue to work on this program and get the word out about this program, and people apply for the program, I'm realizing more and more how very special and how very unique this program is. All right, very good. I wanted to make sure I can see these comments over here on Facebook. What's up, cousin Sierra? Hi, how are you? How are you? So good to see you on here. Just on here talking about one of my favorite things, which is my internship program, the TenTen Talent Internship Program. But guess what, you guys? Today is a very special day. Um, there would be no TenTen Talent Internship Program if there was not TenTen Talent and Creative Services. And so today, you guys, is my 3-year anniversary. My 3-year anniversary for launching my company, TenTen Talent and Creative Services. In 2022, I decided to launch this divine idea, this God idea, which is TenTen Talent and Creative Services. And some people have asked, well, why is your company named TenTen Talent and Creative Services? And the first reason my company is named TenTen, and that's TenTen, right? Made my own word, put the 2 words together. Thank you so much, K Blue. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me see. Wait, see, y'all. Okay, y'all see this beat I got on my face right now? I was filming today, and the way Lisa just rolled up her sleeves and beat my face for this film I'm working on, I said, guess what? Thank you. They're gonna get this face on tonight's live. But with this face come these lashes, and with these lashes come these glasses, okay? Because I cannot see, I can't read certain things. So let's see. They will, yes, come on. K Blue says they will be filled and funded. Thank you, K Blue, for standing in agreement with me. Yes, calling it forward right now. That means so much to me. What's up, Breeze? Today is 1010, baby. Yes, thank you so much. But um the name, the reason behind the name 1010, right? There would be no 1010 Talent and Creative Services if it wasn't for my late great grandmother, the one, the only Louise Cotton. This company is a living legacy of love that bears the birth date of my grandmother. Her birthday was October 10th. And so that is one of the reasons why my company is 1010 Talent and Creative Services. That's right. See, today's grandma's birthday. And then the other reason why my company is called 1010 Talent and Creative Services is because one of my favorite scriptures that has really blessed me and that I lean on a lot and that inspires me a lot is John chapter 10, verse 10, where it says, I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Right? So those are the two of the reasons why I chose the name 1010 Talent and Creative Services. The talent, though, comes from what? Me, my talent as an actor, and also the other talents and gifts that I have. But also, that part of the name is also inspired by scripture, Matthew 25, where it talks about the parable of the talent. And one of the lessons from the parable of the talents is that in order to increase, in order to grow, you have to do something with the talent that you have. I don't care if you only have one talent. I don't care if you only have two talents or five talents. Guess what? Your job, our job, is to take that talent that we have and to do something with it. And by doing something with it, that is how we increase, that is how we grow, and that is how we draw more to us, right? So, the name of this company, very divinely inspired. The calling on my company, very divinely inspired. I spent a lot of time in my journal writing out, okay, I have this idea for my company. These are the things that I want to do with my company. And just saying, okay, God, okay, I feel like I'm being called to create a company, to finally put all the things that I have together in one, under one umbrella. And I said, so God, what is it? What is it? And that took me months of just praying and meditating and journaling until I got exactly what I needed to get in order to launch this company. Back in 2022, I got clarity, right? That's something that journaling gives us. It gives us clarity, an opportunity to be still and hear the still small voice. And so today has been an absolutely amazing day. Trying not to cry because it's been so amazing. Um, and my grandmother was so active today. She is all the time, right? I always communicate with her, shall I say. And I know some of you all out there are like that too, where you have loved ones that have transitioned and you know that they still talk to you because though they may not be in the body, they are always in the spirit because we are more than just these bodies. We are also spiritual beings, but that's not what this, guess what? This live is about that. Okay. Because that's what my life is about. My life is about knowing that about me, and also knowing that about each and every person watching right now, each and every person that is not watching right now. I know that that is true, that we are more than just these bodies. And so, some really wonderful things happened today. Like, for example, I was on set and I had to get jewelry for my character. And so our amazing director, our amazing multi-hyphenate writer, director, actor, lead actress in the film we're working on right now. She says, go grab your jewelry off the table. Just grab you a ring, your necklace, and all these different things that I needed for my character. And so I just go over there and I grab something. I grab a ring and I put it on. I'm not paying attention to it at all. Okay. I want somebody to understand this. I am not paying attention to it at all. I grab the ring, I put it on, the necklace, I go, and then I'm on set and just, preparing for a scene, doing some rehearsals and stuff. And then something says, let me see what y'all saying right here. Something says, not even really, my attention was guided to look at my ring. Do you all know that ring that I picked up happened to be a number 10? It had a 1 and a 0 in it. I'm away. I'm away. Somebody must pick up what I'm putting down, right? On this day, right? On this very special day, not only am I celebrating the anniversary of launching my company, but then I actually get to have my first day of work on an amazing film project. And while I'm there, I pick up a ring, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize that it was actually the number 10. Now, guess what? I don't care what you think or what you believe. That was my grandmama who put that ring on my finger to let me know, to remind me of what she always told me. If you keep going, you gonna get it. Don't give up. And so yes, I share that with someone because you know what? Somebody needed to know that so that they can know that their loved ones are always communicating with them. You just have to be open to it. All right. So, yes, Sierra says, "Wow, look at God," and that was Grandma Sierra. I'm gonna send you the picture of the ring, cousin. I'm gonna send you a picture of the ring. Where is that picture of the ring? I'm gonna try to show it. Can I show y'all this ring? Where's the picture of the ring? I took a picture of it. Wait, I sent it to somebody. Who did I send a picture of that ring to? I sent it to somebody. I'm gonna see if I can get it up on this screen with this blue screen, this green screen background. But yes, that I know that that was my grandma. Okay. All right. I think you guys can kind of see it. This is kind of blurry. So let me make my screen big so that you all can see what I saw. And I tell you guys, when I picked this up and put this ring on, I just thought it was a big ring. I didn't think anything else of it. All right, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see this. Do y'all see that ring? And it's backwards because my screen is flipped. But there's the 1 and there's the 0, the 10, right? Remember, my screen is backwards. It's mirrored. Cousin Sierra, let me know if you can see that. Let me know if you can see that. But yes. So and that's a wonderful piece. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? When this film is over, when we're done filming, I'm gonna be like, Amber, I'm gonna need to keep this ring. I'm gonna need to hold on to that. Thank you, Brees. Brees, you see it. You see it. Like, what are the odds? I gotta call and tell my mom. I had to call and tell mom that happened. Thank you so much, Renee, for the happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yes. So, yeah, like let that land. Today has been an amazing day. It has been a full circle day. We were actually, you guys, and I want to talk about the internship program. And I have some videos I want to share with you guys. But today was really a full circle day. This was my first time, y'all, that I ever filmed in my neighborhood, that I could just walk to set from my house. On my anniversary, on this special day, that God saw fit on this day for me to be one of the leads in an amazing film project. And not only that, it is in the park by my house. And I need you all to believe in yourselves. I need you guys to believe in the power that is bigger than you can really comprehend. And that power is in each and every one of us. And that power is the same power, the same divine consciousness that gave me this idea called the TenTen Talent and Creative. Sorry, that's the name of the company, TenTen Talent Creative Services. But that same divine intelligence, infinite intelligence that gave me the order and structure of my company gave me this program, the TenTen Talent Internship Program. Oh, Renee, thank you so much. She says, just the beginning of open windows of heaven for you. I receive it. I receive it. I receive it. And I'm determined to share my journey with people right? That's one of the things that I'm so passionate about, is sharing my journey so that you guys can see what it looks like, so that you can recognize it when it's happening to you. So you can recognize that, oh, I can dream bigger. Yes, you can. I can expect more. Yes, you can. If I can do it, so can you. And so that is part of my passion, part of my calling. And this internship program, y'all, I tried to get away from it. I tried to get away from having this program, y'all. I really did. It was brought to me a few times, and I think you should get some interns. I think you should get some interns. I was like, I think you should get an intern. Okay, you should get an intern. No, I don't know. I can't do an intern. Somebody else. I think you should get an intern. No, I don't know. I don't really have time for an intern. I don't have the budget for an intern. I can't do it. And then finally, God said, you need to get interns, more than one. I was actually, when the whole idea downloaded into my mind, I'll tell you where I was. I was actually at Tyler Perry's studio. That's where I was when I was working at Tyler Perry's studio. And that is very special. And I'm going to tell you why. For those of you who know the story of how Tyler Perry launched his latest studio in Atlanta, this amazing, huge studio that is actually an old Confederate Army base, right? That's a whole nother story, right? And the meek shall inherit the earth. But the other part of that story was what Mr. Perry did, what Tyler Perry did, was he made sure that he consecrated that space. I remember he tells the story of one of the first studios that he went to. He found a scripture on the building that let him know that that was the place for him, but then he quickly outgrew it. And then when he finally got the current space where Tyler Perry Studios is right now, he went and I believe he planted Bibles or buried Bibles in the ground, or scriptures in the ground. I have to revisit it exactly, but some of you have heard this story. And just setting that foundation for where he built his empire. And so I find it no coincidence that when you have that level of intentionality in what you do, in the spaces that you hold, when you have that deep commitment and intentionality about your why and what you're doing, that you would say, I'm going to take this word and I'm going to bury it in the ground. It's going to be my seed. It's going to be my foundation. It's going to be my chief cornerstone. On this rock will I build, you know? What ends up happening, okay? Because I'm telling you all, this stuff works. Okay, this stuff works. But what ends up happening is now anybody who comes on that ground, who steps onto those grounds and is open to that vibration, to that intention, they're automatically going to be activated. And that is what happened to me. When I was there, I had been saying no to to having an intern for so long, right? No, I can't do it. No, I don't. No. When I was there, the download started happening. That I realized that, you know what? I don't just have something for one intern. I have a whole program for multiple interns. And not only that, I have a signature curriculum that I can offer these interns. When you operate in that level of intentionality, right? And that level of faith, that level of commitment, that's what happens. The very people just being in contact with you, that will open up something within them for them to receive their divine inspiration, to receive their good, for them to have that activation of whatever their highest and best self is. It is no coincidence that is where I was as I was writing it down, that I was there working on bruh. Okay, you guys, working on bruh at the time. So yes. And so I started writing down the ideas for this program. And the first year that I did the program in 2023. So this is a year after I launched TenTen. So the first year, I had some amazing interns, and they all worked for free. They worked because they valued the mentorship that I gave them. They valued the signature curriculum that I created for each and every one of them to help them get to their dreams. I asked them, what do you want to accomplish? And then I said, okay, this is going to be your course. This is what you're going to do to get there. Right. And they valued that. They valued having a space to come together as a creative community and do the work, to work together, to play together, to learn together, to grow together. So many times, and I was thinking about this the other day, you find some friends or some colleagues, some artists that you say, hey, y'all, let's get together and let's work on some stuff together. And everybody's so excited, like, yes, let's work together. Let's collaborate. Let's do this. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been in these groups, or I have been with other friends or colleagues that said, yes, we want to do this. But what ends up happening a lot of times is that people's commitments start to fall off, right? They want to do it, but then life starts to happen. And now they no longer have time for that thing that they were so passionate about. So finding a community of creative collaborators is something very special. And that is what I baked into the curriculum for the internship program. It's a program where only those who are committed to learning, only those who are committed to collaborating and creating, it's only for them. If you're not committed, this is not the program for you. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not it. There is a 20-hour per week minimum commitment, right? Because if I'm showing up, right, I want to know that you are showing up. And if I am making room to hold the space for your dream, I need you to show up and step into it and receive it. So that is the idea that came to me while I was there. And it has since grown to even more than what it was in the beginning, because right now I am raising funds because I have figured out a way that we can provide a stipend to the interns, right? We have 8 spots, you guys. 8 spots that I am opening up for 8 select people who are committed to working and growing and collaborating. And I'm committed to working with these 8 very talented people. We have been getting a lot of applications in, but we only have 8 spots. But these 8 spots only open up if they are funded. And so with that in mind, I want to say a very special thank you that we have our first intern spot is now fully funded. We've got 7 more to go. But we have our first intern spot that has been fully funded. And so I want to send a special shout out to some people who helped to make it possible. All right. First, I want to shout out to Brandon Ellis. Brandon, thank you so much for your donation. Next, Marley Marr. Marlon, thank you so much. I know that you were on Instagram a second ago with your 360 photos. I don't know if you're still here, but I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for always being so supportive of me. I was thinking about a conversation that we had a few months ago when you called and reminded me of when we were in college, how I used to always encourage you, to go for your dreams and to get serious and all that kind of stuff. And this is what I'm still doing in some way, still being that person. that believes in people and says, if there's something you want, go for it, to get focused and to learn about it. And so I thank you so much for your donation and for believing in this vision with me. I want to say thank you to another fabulous Kappa. Okay. The Kappas are coming through. Okay. Where the rest of y'all at? Where the rest of the Deltas at? The AKAs? Huh? Where the Qs at? Where the Sigmas at? Where y'all at? Because these Kappas, they showing up. Where the Iotas at? Because they showing up. Alphas, where you at? Right? Because right now we got Andre Brooks. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, fam, for your donation, for making this spot fully funded, making it possible. Right. I want to also say thank you to Reverend Andrea Graham of Ease of Spirit Ministries for your donation. Thank you so much, Reverend Andrea. You have done so much more than give this donation. You already know. Thank you for praying with me and holding my hand and reminding me that I can do this. But also, thank you so much for your donation that is making this spot fully funded. And I also want to say thank you to Linnea. Linnea, sis, thank you so much for believing in the vision, and thank you for your donation. I really appreciate you. Linnea, you guys, and gals and beings, is my EFT practitioner, emotional feeling technique. I think that's what it stands for. Emotional. I don't know. I have to look it up. But basically, it's when you tap on those meridians in your body to bring about healing, right? And so I did a lot of sessions with Linnea, and also she was my writing coach. And so, Linnea, I thank you so much for believing in me and for making a donation and making it possible that we have one spot that is now fully funded. And so I am here live tonight and every night until October 20th to ask you, will you help me please get the rest of these spots funded? And I want to share with you guys some of the people who are calling for this program, right? I mentioned that when I thought of this program, it was just this idea, this download that came to me. And I am of the belief that the thing that you desire is also desiring you. The thing that you are seeking is also seeking you. And so, what I did not realize was that as I was desiring to create this program, y'all, as I was desiring to create this program, there were others, not just in the US, but around the world, not just college students, but 18 all the way up to retired, who were calling forward this experience. And so I'm going to share some of them with you and allow them to tell you why T3IP, the TenTen Talent Internship Program, is needed. And just to show you guys that if God gave me this idea 3 years ago, right? And I'm thinking it's just something that, I need to help me and my company. But come to find out that there are people all over the world wanting this. And I just happen to say, yes, I'll bring it into expression. I'll do it. What is that thing for you? What is that thing for you? And so I hope that if you can make a donation, it's great. Let me go ahead and put up this QR code. I see that Brees is asking. Brees, also, you can go to my Instagram page. Let me pull it up right now because there's a link on my Instagram page where you can go and donate. So let me just share my screen right now, and I'll show you where you can go to donate. If you are looking at the screen right now, you can take a screenshot. And then when you open up the image in your phone, I believe if you click on or hold down on that QR code, it will take you to Fractured Atlas. And let me tell you how much I love Fractured Atlas. Fractured Atlas is an organization that provides fiscal sponsorships, that provides grant opportunities for those who are artists. They are an organization that they help to get artists funded, right? They allow you to use their platform to receive and collect donations. If they are your fiscal sponsor, that means that anyone who makes a donation, it is tax deductible as a charitable contribution, right? How amazing is that? So I am so grateful for Fractured Atlas. But for those who are wondering, how do you donate? You can go on over to my Instagram page. You go to my profile right here. And then you're going to click on my link tree right here. See this link tree? You click on that link, and that is going to take you here to my link tree. And right here, this thing that says donations, you click on that, and it's going to take you right here to Fractured Atlas, where you can make a donation. Now we have some amounts that are here. Some of these amounts are for different packages that we offer. We are offering a number of ways to raise this money for the interns, and I would love to tell you about those packages. So you can make a donation of any amount with the first selection, or if you would like to be a Catalyst sponsor, you can make a donation of $1,500, and we have something very special for you as a Catalyst sponsor. Or you can make a donation of $4,000, which is basically funding one intern spot completely, and we have some special things available for you if you decide to be an Innovation Lab sponsor. We can talk some more about those later, but first, I want to share with you all some of the people who have been reaching out, some of the candidates that have been reaching out about the program. And we asked them, why is a program like T3IP important? Why is a program like the TenTen Talent Internship important? And so I would like to share a few of the video submissions that we have gotten from all over the world. And so I hope that if you are on the fence of whether or not to donate, maybe these candidates will help you understand that donating to this internship program is a very good and worthy cause. All right. So let me go ahead. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat before I get this started. Sierra says, Mom says she enjoyed my comment. Oh, I meant it. I'm glad that she enjoyed it because I love y'all. I love my auntie and my uncle. And I just thank God. I thank God for them. My auntie and my uncle, you guys, in case you are wondering about what this side conversation is. My auntie and my uncle just celebrated 51 years of marriage. Y'all, 51 years of marriage. And so that is something that we are very proud of in our family. That's my Sprite, y'all. I'm talking a lot. I need a little bit of my Sprite. Sprite's my favorite beverage. All right, you guys. So, hey, Sherry, welcome. I'm so glad to see you all tuning in. And I just want to share and introduce you all to some of the candidates that are looking for one of these spots. We have 7 spots left, and these are just a few of them that are vying for a position in this internship program. And we can only give them this position if we get these spots funded. Each spot is $4,000, but I believe that we can do it together. We can do it together. All right. So first up, I want you all to meet Mia Upshaw. All right. Here's Mia.
I've applied to so many mentorship programs. I've applied to so many programs that are meant to help me, help Black people, help Black women, and I just have not gotten them. And I really would love to complete an internship or / mentorship program like this, because I would love to learn under women that look like me, or just creatives that are in the industry as well, that can really give me a lot of guidance with what I want to do in my career life, because I feel like I'm stuck right now and I just need something to help direct and guide me forward. Um, what unique perspective or experience do I bring to my creative journey? I feel like, I guess my unique experience is being a black woman in the film and creative industry is very hard because there's not that many of us. Whenever you look at black people, the percentage of black people that are in the film industry, I think it's like at least under 8%. And then black female producers are literally like, there is no information out there on us because the numbers are just so small. I don't see a lot of black women that are producers, that are directors, that are running the sets, that are calling the shots. And that's something unique that I bring because I also want to show other black women that this is something that you can do. If it's something that you're interested in, if you can manage, if you can direct, if you can lead, and you have an eye for film, you should probably be a producer.
What did you guys think about that? Y'all, like when I think about all of these candidates who are applying to be in the program, I want to take them all. I want them all. But the truth is, I can only take as many as we have positions that are funded. So yes, this is gonna be a tough choice to make. We've got a lot of talented um candidates applying, so many. But I'm trusting and I am praying for discernment. Let me just get this back up over here. I lost my comments over on Facebook. I'm trusting and believing in discernment, that I'll know who is right for the program. We do have, I'm picking the cream of the crop. Like, there is, first of all, getting through the application package. They will tell you getting through that package is an application in itself. And then they have to take a test. And then from there, they are then selected to come in for an interview based on their test and based on the work samples that they submitted. Excuse me, that Sprite is really getting to me. But yes, that is one of the candidates applying for entry into this program. Um, and so let me share with you all another. Remember, I told you all that we have people applying from all over the world, literally all over the world. And so I am going to introduce you next to Aldo. All right. Meet Aldo as he tells you about why programs like T3IP are important.
Well, I think they help other people to connect and get a sight of what the industry actually works. And I can relate to that as I like to work in teams and getting new people on board in my own project so they can see for themselves why I love to work in them so much. To know there's a program that helps others to understand what that is something I truly appreciate, value, and cherish a lot. I have a passion to learn and develop new skills, and I think this program will help me to grab a better understanding of both my skills and the areas I can further polish, all while learning to work in projects under the biggest industry in the world where I hope to work one day.
What about that? You know, um, uh, I want someone to know that your dream or that vision or that thing that just won't let you go, this thought that you have, this idea that you're like, I think I want to start this business, or I think I want to write this book, or I don't know, it could be anything, right? And it may seem like it's such a small thing, like it's only for you or whatever. But when I thought of this program, I did not know that people were going to be trying to get into the program from all over the world. I didn't know that. So I want someone here to know, if you're tuning in, the same thing that Spirit told me back when I first launched my company, that this vision and this dream, that vision and that dream that you have, it's bigger than you. The thing that God wants to do through you, the thing that the universe wants to express through you, demonstrate through you, it's bigger than you. It really is, right? And so let's take a look at another candidate, like I said, um, that is looking for entry, looking for one of these spots, right? We have, I'm going to remind you, we've got 7 more spots to get funded, right? And we're opening this up not just to those who are 18 years old or those who are in college, all the way up to even if you're retired, even if you've had a job in one industry for years and now you're like, you know what? I want to work in the creative space. I want to work in the entertainment industry. So I would like to introduce you to next up someone who really made my heart just sing when I saw her submission. All right. I would like to introduce you to Beth. All right, let's stand by. Let me switch to this tab right here. I want you all to meet Beth. All right, here we go. Who knew that these people were calling forward this experience? When I said yes, I didn't know. I just knew that something wanted to pour forth through me. Here's Beth.
I have been in the entertainment industry for the better half of 30 years plus in my life. And I feel that there's something else that I need to say, my story and how my journey, I believe, could be very inspiring, hopefully, and also influential to other young artists having the same aspiration as I did at age 14. The T3 IP program, I think, is awesome for that reason that there was a mission statement that caught my attention that said pretty much that creativity meets purpose. And I thought, wow, that's exactly what I'm trying to do at this part of my life, is to have a little more purpose. And I think my unique perspective at the table would be that since age 14, being a professional ballerina, it got me all the way from North Carolina to New York, and I never looked back. So by the time I was 21 and dancing in New York at Dance Theater of Harlem, and then eventually becoming a modern dancer with the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, all 3 companies working with Alvin and traveling the world as a U.S. ambassador of dance, it really opened my eyes to a lot of what's happening outside of America. So 27 countries brought me to the Broadway stage, and even being hired as a singer at Radio City, not a rockette, because I didn't have the height. And it was also before the first Black rockette was hired in '98. So that being said, I wanted to really put my dream project into motion.
Wow. Wow. When I saw her submission, I got really excited. And I was excited because she is who I created this program for as well, right? Someone who says, I still have a dream that I want for my life. Like you're never too old to dream and to make new things happen, right? You can do this at any age. And that's why I opened up this program to from 18 to retired, because everybody deserves an opportunity to have an experience in a space that cultivates their talents and to get paid for it, right? That's something that I would like, right? They say, if you want something, give it away, right? If you want something created and then give it to someone else, I would have loved when I first started in this industry to have this opportunity, right? But instead, I created this opportunity. And so yes, I don't want to be on here too long because I got to learn my lines for tomorrow. Because we have our second day of filming tomorrow. But I do hope that tonight's live has inspired you to give. Really, I hope that it has inspired you to give, or it has inspired you to go within and to find out what is yours to do. We need more people figuring out what is theirs to do. There is something that is being called for you to do that only you can do, right? Whether you give or not to this program, maybe you'll be inspired to find out, to go within and see what that is for you. But while you're figuring that out, if you can make a donation, that would be awesome. Can I just be real? Yes. And I only showed you guys a few videos tonight. We have so many more. I've got interviews lined up next week to just really get to know these candidates and to really let them know what they're asking for. But on the screen, we have a QR code. You can scan that QR code, and that will take you to Fractured Atlas, where you can make a donation. A donation of any amount. I'm telling you, any amount, because every amount goes to funding a spot. And every time we reach the $4,000 mark, another spot opens up. Another opportunity becomes available for someone else to be able to come into this program, to allow me to pour into them, to lead them, to open doors for them, to connect them, and not just with other people that are in the industry that may be further along than them, but to connect them with other people that are at the level that, excuse me, that they are at, so that they can collaborate vertically, right? Issa Rae talks about that a lot, where she says you want to network, not just try to go laterally, right? But you want to do it, let's see, horizontally and vertically. You want to do it horizontally, right? You want to network and collaborate horizontally, not just vertically trying to go up. But who is right there at your level where you guys can come together and make some really great stuff, right? I say yes to holding that space open and to leading these very talented interns that will be filling these spots. And for those of you who came on today and just spoke life with me and agreed with me, I thank you so much for holding this space with me. And I thank you so much for sharing this with others to say, you know what? I think this is a worthy cause. If you want to give to this program. Open the door for someone else. Give them this opportunity. Because I tell you, it is an amazing story unfolding. You're going to want to be a part of these stories of these people here that are going to be taking up these 8 spots. You're going to want to be a part of these stories. You're going to want to see these stories. And me being a master griot storyteller, I'm going to tell these stories because these stories that we will be cultivating are meant to inspire. They are meant to help people have breakthroughs. These stories are meant to do so much. And I am committed to sharing these stories and to sharing my story. These stories are a part of my story. And that's my commitment. That's what I was created to do, right? God made me a storyteller, and stories will I tell. All right. So thank you all so very much for tuning in today. Like I said, we've got these 7 other spots to fill. T3IP is all about making sure that opportunity is available for people wherever they may find themselves, right? It's about cultivating talent wherever you are on your journey. if you're committed to it, we want you in this program, right? Oh, yes. By the way, we have less than 24 hours left if you want to apply for the program for this fall cohort, just less than 24 hours left. So tomorrow's the last day to get your applications in. And if you have filled out your application, you want to make sure it was done completely, right? So that your application can be accepted. So make sure you turn in everything we ask you to turn in. Okay. Read that first page of the PDF, the first 2 pages, and it lets you know what you need to turn in. All right, you guys. So that is all for tonight. I'm going to learn these lines real quick so I can be super tomorrow and have a wonderful time on set. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you again. Thank you again to Brandon Ellis. Thank you again to Marlon Martin. Thank you again to Andre Brooks. Thank you again to Reverend Andrea Graham of Ease of Spirit Ministries. Thank you again to Linnea. God bless you all. And thank you so much for believing in cultivating talent and creating a space for artists and creatives to thrive, and not just thrive, but to have a paid learning experience. All right, you guys. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. And I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, hey, you guys, come here real quick. There's no Saturday morning tap in tomorrow. Breeze, are you here? I hope you saw my video. My call time is at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that means I'm going to be on set and not able to do a tap in tomorrow morning. So don't worry. Go watch a past episode of Saturday Morning Tap In. Go watch an old episode. And especially if you didn't watch these last 2 episodes, go watch those last 2, because when I come back next Saturday on the 18th, we are going to pick up with where we left off. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all for considering making a donation, and just for allowing me the space to talk about the things that are close to my heart, the things that I really care about, the things that are special to me. And this is year 3 of TenTen Talent and Creative Services. And we're just getting started. All right, you all. Bye for now. I'll see you all tomorrow.